Good day, gamers. Fortain here, and welcome to episode 21 of Minecraft, the Betweenlands. Hello, everyone. I'm doing well, and I hope you're doing well as well. As you can see, we have found ourselves another crag rock tower. I've been doing some more exploration for... There we go. Looking for organics, stocking up on different things that I maybe only have a little bit of. And I found another crag rock tower. So, considering we are still very much hunting for enough Valenite to make a full suit of Valenite armor, in addition to a few other things, I figured, why not? Let's go ahead and explore this crag rock tower today. Get that done. I do want to collect a few materials along the way home, some different wood types that I have not collected much of anything yet. And then we'd continue on with some aspect testing. If I do manage to find enough Valenite to be able to go ahead and, of course, get knocked off. If I end up finding enough Valenite to be able to make a full suit of Valenite armor, we'll definitely go ahead and put that together and start wearing that. That is a hope. It is not a guarantee. So we'll see what we find out. Right now, we're just going to be taking on this place as usual. We're going to go ahead and move over to our swift pick here to be able to very rapidly break down the spawners. As soon as we see them, clear out the guys that are right here. Boop, spawner gone. Now we don't have to worry about termites anymore. Huzzah. Okay, helmet's doing fine. We do have some pots of chance here. So let's see what we can get. Of course, more termites. Termites are always a pain in the butt just because they're so small. Their hitbox is always a little odd. But that's okay. Got some arrows. Got a little bit of octane nuggets. Oh, I saw a couple Valenite shards there, or splinters. Yep. 4 Valenite splinters, so that's very much appreciated. As always, the main chance of getting Valenite is going to be upstairs in the final chest. But if we happen to get enough splinters along the way, that is also greatly appreciated. It's doubtful we're going to get enough splinters along the way, but it's possible. Alright. Go ahead and swap to the swift pick. Heading up. Got some stuff in the way here. We're just getting these roots out of the way. Next level, of course, is going to be the Chiramaws. Get them taken out. There we go. Chiramaws are dealt with. Go ahead and put a torch down. Nope, one more Chiramaw left. That's fine. Hi, come here. There we go. We're just going to move up to the next level real quick. We'll grab the pots here in just a second. But I do want to go ahead and pop that next spawner before anything really starts spawning up there. Okay. Back down we go for a moment. We'll go ahead and grab these pots. Switch back to our octane pick so we're not using up a ton of durability on our swift pick. There we go. Getting some marshmallows. Getting some donuts. Plenty of arrows. A nice amount of sulfur, which is always appreciated. Alright. Moving up to the next level. Get these pots. Or a pot, I should say. Okay. Moving on up. We already got spawner here. I believe that was... Yep. Hi. Hello. Swamp hag spawner. Alright, there we go. Trickle them on down real quick. Come on. Come on. You know how to pathfind to me. Yeah, do it often enough. They don't like these stairs for some reason. I don't know why. I'll take it. Makes it much easier to just go ahead and kill them like that. Grab some more pebbles. I'm just using up my slingshot right now because I can. Okay, next level is going to be the Pyrads. So let's go ahead and pop their spawner. There we go. Alright, let's refill our decay meter as well as our food. But yes, I'm doing well, like I said, and I hope you all are doing well as well. Very much looking forward to going through this area, getting some more, you know, hopefully getting some more, Valenite, getting some good drops. I'm just using up the pebbles because I can. I've got plenty of them. There we go. Once we're done with the Pyrads here, we'll probably hop down to let anything that's upstairs despawn. Floom, 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 floom. There we go. And grab that loot real quick. We're going to swap that. Okay. Duck under here so we don't get hit. If we get hit on occasion, it's not a big deal. So long as we're not like constantly getting set on fire, it'll be fine. Ow. Like I said, the occasional hit is fine. Duck underneath. Ow, okay, fine. Go ahead and eat real quick. Grab stick. Ball of sap. Wait for them to like start glowing and then duck back. Go, that one's probably close to being down. Floom, 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 floom. There we go, that one's down. Go. That'll make it much easier to take this one on. I could switch to the arrows, but like I said, I'm just kind of using up the pebbles and slingshots I got right now. This is not a difficult dungeon by any stretch of the imagination now, so I can just take the, you know, a little bit of a slower path using the lesser weapons. I definitely need good armor for it, but... Oh, are we gonna have a red sky night while I'm trying to do this Crag Rock Tower? Oh, there we go. Okay. Nice. That is this one done. Okay. Let's go ahead and do this. Grab the rest of my pebbles. We'll combine these two slingshots to save on durability. Perfect. Head back downstairs. Grab ourselves a ton of pots of chance. Oh. Come on. There we go. Inventory's doing okay for right now. I do have all three of my little storage pouches that I can use to dilute in. Would you stop it? Thank you. That I can dilute into, so we're fine. Friggin' termites, their hitbox is so tiny. There we go. Okay, stop it. Okay, there we go. All right, let me go ahead. Let's just put everything into misc blocks for right now. I know that's not correct, but that's okay. We'll just throw everything into there. All right. So that is all of the pots on this level. Oh, I fell. Head up. Just a couple pots on this level. A little bit of octane there I saw. Okay. Last but not least, heading all the way up to the top, we're going to very quickly pop that. Oh, that was the, we had the white spawner. We got one white here. Nope, two. Okay, head down for a second. Gotta let them follow. Make sure we have this tasty crab stick. Yep, here he comes. There we go. Okay, crab sticks are doing good. Heading back up. There you are. Just keep bouncing him on the stairs. Okay, he is not dead yet. He tried to possess me and then got bounced away. So... come on. Where you at? Okay. I think we got him. We do have up at the top here. There. Okay. Got it. All right. Let's head back down for a minute. We'll let stuff despawn. And then we'll head back up and get that last spawner. So yeah, bad timing over the fact that we've got a Red Sky Night here. Or a Red Sky event while we're trying to take on the Crag Rock Tower, but oh well. Not too big of a deal. My armor is getting kind of beat up. I'll have to repair it or make some more when I get back home. But that is not too much of a worry. Just wanting to make sure I don't have any swamp hags that are like starting to storm this area. You know, spawning and then rushing in. Okay. Believe we're doing okay. Like I said, we just got the one spawner up there. Hopefully, theoretically, that spawner is going to be the Swamp Hag spawner. So that'll make taking on the last level of the tower much easier. Let's head up and see. Try and get up there before anything really has a chance to spawn. We can boop the spawner, run back down, clear the creatures, and be good. But let's see what happens. Okay. Seeing no spawns at the moment. I see just two enemies up here. Hello, frog. I don't know why you decided to join the party, but hello. Alright. Got it. Run away. Okay. Got the last spawner. Now we just need to clear out the swamp hags. Gonna swap food real quick just to make sure we don't get any food sickness. Ah, there's a root there, which is making it rather difficult for the enemies to path to me. That's fine. I will take that. I do have to be, of course, careful of the Red Sky event because it does make the swamp hags stronger. They hit for more damage. But thankfully enough, that is all of them. And we got 2 chests. No, we have 3 chests. All right. Well, it is possible that the maximum number of chests you can get is 3. So that is awesome that we got 3 chests here. We have the maximum number of chances for getting some Valinite here. We also got some pots of chance, which is greatly appreciated. So let's see what our rewards are. First off, the pots of chance, and of course with their termite guardians, because of course you can't have one without the other. Alright, got that. I've got an item scroll. Haven't been getting many of those recently. Okay. I will definitely take that sulfur. That'll be greatly appreciated for repairing my stuff. Didn't get any white skulls, unfortunately. Or white hearts, I should say. Let's see. No. Oh, I got a Ring of Ascent. Oh, that is a very rare find. That is awesome. I will definitively show that off later. But that is a very rare find. Oh, I even got a Forbidden Fig and a couple Valinite splinters. Again, not much Valinite. Was hoping for more. Let's hope this last chest rewards us greatly. Oh, well, some white hearts. Very good. I think that, in addition to the Valinite splinters I got, I think that should be just enough Valinite to make the pants, and we should be good. Okay. Here's where we skedaddle very fast. Let's go ahead and eat some smoked anadia meat and a ball of sap. We need to race away very fast because the tower is going to start collapsing like it already is. I know there were some pots there we didn't get. We'll get those pots later. Don't worry about it. But we're going to wait for... Okay. Oof. We made it. We made it. We made it. I fell in the water. Yeah. Very difficult to see here, but that's okay. Give it a moment to finish falling apart. Yeah, my armor took a little bit of a beating, but nothing too bad. And it's raining as well. So it's dark, it's a red sky event, and it's raining. But we did it. That's another Crag Rock Tower completed. Awesome sauce. There's a few pots we'll have to grab. We'll grab those as we head back up. But I think we are good to continue on. Let's see if the place is still falling apart. Nope. All done. Okay. Perfect. We'll come back and grab our torches in a minute. But for now, let's make our way back up. We'll grab those few pots that we need to grab. And then call this Crag Rock Tower empty. Very, very nice. But yeah, that should be just enough. Should be just enough Valinite to be able to make the pants. Okay. Continuing on back up. There we go. Yeah, the Ring of Ascent being a very rare find is... It's true, but it's also a little bit of a joke from back in our Sevtech days, back when I was playing with Brian and them. What ended up happening was, unfortunately, the Betweenlands and more importantly, the Twilight Forest on the server that we were all in together, regretfully tended to make a lot of a lot of block lag whenever someone was in one of those dimensions. That torch is probably going to get put out, so we'll just do that. Go ahead and grab our chests. But yeah, so unfortunately there would usually be a lot of block lag if someone was in, yep, yeah, extinguished sulfur torch, that's fine. There'd be a lot of block lag if, for example, some of us were in the overworld and some people were in the Betweenlands. Not exactly being like unplayable, but rather difficult to play with, unfortunately. You like mine some blocks, you jump back a few seconds, the blocks would be back, so on and so on. So it did make it rather difficult to try and progress in the Betweenlands or in the Twilight Forest when other people were on, simply because you ended up kind of having to play when other people weren't playing if you wanted to do something, which, you know, sucked, unfortunately. But one of the knock-on effects of us all playing on a server together was as part of the SevTech mod pack. But as part of the SevTech mod pack, you had to get a rare item, the Ring of Ascent, to get an early unlock. Let's see, we're going to remove this. New. Empty. There we go. Cragrock Tower empty. Perfect. Save. Turn that off. There we go. But yeah, so to get journey maps, or the ability to use journey maps early, you had to get a Ring of Ascent. It was basically a group of like a bunch of kind of rarish items from the Betweenlands and the Twilight Forest that you combined all together, and that gave you access to journey maps, the map you see up in the upper right hand corner there. With all of us playing on a server together, that effectively meant that it became that much harder for people to go and get the rare items that were required to get access to journey maps. The singular places that were, where you could get these items tended to be raided pretty quickly as soon as they were found. Like, a couple of the other players would just go to the place, climb up the tower, grab all the loot from it, grab a couple things here and there, and then dip to the next tower, then the next tower, then the next tower. And like, part of, an unfortunate side effect to that was one of the achievements or advancements to get was to complete a Cragrock Tower. So you would end up having a bunch of like incomplete Cragrock Towers. Oh, I don't want to be next to that. We're just going to move along. One of the effects is that you would just have a bunch of like incomplete. Hi, hello. I need to go. You would just have a bunch of incomplete Cragrock Towers all over the place, where people would dive in, grab a couple things, and leave. Maybe kill the boss just at another chance to get the drop you need from it, and then move on. So we ended up having to travel like several hundred, if not thousands of blocks away just to try and find, a Cragrock Tower or a White's Fortress, or in the case of the Twilight Forest, a Lich's Tower that had not been, ransacked yet, to be able to try and get the materials we needed. So yeah, that unfortunately made the ability for some people to get some of those items rather difficult because, like I said, other people had like already gone through and grabbed a ton of stuff from those places, or at least grabbed certain items from there and then moved on. But funnily enough, for a given definition of funny, was the Ring of Ascent was one of those items. And yeah, you could get it from item scrolls, but you could also get it from the chests in the Crag Rock Tower, chests in the White Fortress, and so on. Then there was an update soon after Kono had, because Kono was playing with us back then on the Sevtech server. Kono had spent a long while, in between sessions, just going around trying to find dungeons that hadn't been completed yet, so he could get access to journey maps early. Very soon after he finally got access to that, there was an update made to either the Betweenlands mod itself or the Sevtech mod that added, like, it was a small percentage chance of getting the Ring of Ascent from pretty much any creature in the Betweenlands. So, like, you could kill a wight, or you could kill a shallow breath, and potentially get a Ring of Ascent. And then, for whatever reason, the Rings of Ascent became so common. Like, we weren't fighting a ton of shallow breaths, we weren't fighting a ton of wights, but we seemed to be getting the Rings of Ascent like stupid fast. Just like, every couple days, they're like, oh, just kill a random shallow breath that was coming up. Oh, it's another Ring of Ascent. So it was one of those things of, it was still very rare to find from, doing it, I don't want to say the correct way, but the standard way of going into a dungeon, completing the dungeon, and hoping to have that be the loot at the end. That was still fairly rare, but just getting them pretty often from just killing regular enemies, the shallow breaths, the wights that would just be roaming around. We got the occasional one from daytime, thank you. We got the occasional one from like killing a swamp hag. It's like, okay, all right, that's a little, it feels a little much to be able to get them just now that easily from, insert random creature here, when it had taken so long previously to try and get them. So yeah, understandably, Kono was a little bit miffed in how, how after like several hours of hunting and just traveling around trying to find dungeons that had not been touched yet, to be able to get the thing that he needed. I don't have another axe, I just realized that. Okay, good to know. I will need to go make another axe. That's okay. I thought I had one more axe on me, but it is not a big deal. It is still a red sky night, so we do have to be very careful. There's my beacon back to the center base. But yeah, so just seeing the Ring of Ascent in there, it's like, oh, I remember back when that was a pain in the butt, then became stupid easy. Yeah, playing modded Minecraft with other people can definitely be very fun, but you definitely have to have a kind of similar mindset. There's a lot of stuff that you can do separately, and that's not a big deal. But there definitely has to be a bit of like, everyone is wanting to play together, or the very least play within the bounds of playing together for it to be like really, really fun. And I definitely enjoyed it. There was, there was some tension and kerfuffles every now and again, but that happens. Say that happens when you're playing with any group of people on any kind of video game. Let's go ahead, since we managed to get that Cragrock Tower completed. That's number 3 for us. I am actually going to swap over to my swimming armor just to make the journey back a little faster. I do want to collect a couple things along the way if I can. Depends on if I find it or not. Thankfully enough, the Red Sky event is over with. That is greatly appreciated. I'm pretty sure I already have some white pear seeds. But there's also a couple of the gigantic weedwood trees that are a lot closer to home. So I'll wait to check until I get home to see if I do have those. I do want to get some of the hearthwood. Because when I start growing the barnacles that we found last episode... Hello, Small Pag. According to the wiki, the barnacles grow best on tarred hearthgrove logs. So I have not cut down any hearthgrove trees yet. So I want to go ahead and collect some of that material. I'm also going to need to play it a little dangerously and go and collect some tar. Thankfully enough, I know some places that'll be honestly pretty easy to collect tar, so I'm not too concerned about it, but again, I do have to be somewhat careful. Just because there's always the possibility of a tar beast spawning. So we've got ourselves a hearthgrove log, or hearthgrove tree right here. Go ahead and collect some wood from that. Let's swap on over to some snail flesh. Put that there. We are going to grab our ladders. We'll go ahead and put away our torches. I need to reignite that one torch, but we'll be able to do that later. Climb our way up. There we go. I'm not going to need my swimming armor for the moment. Yeah, let's go ahead and collect some of these hearthgrove logs. Just one of those wood types that I normally just don't do much of anything with. Not, you know, not for a bad reason or anything. It's just I don't normally think of chopping these trees down. They're very small compared to, like, you know, the weedwood trees, so you don't get a lot of wood out of them. Beyond the decorativeness of them, there's not, you know, there's no other, like, different stats on them. You can make the tarred hearthgrove logs with them with a bucket of tar. If we take a look here real quick. Yeah, so you have the hearthgrove logs. The stencil log is excellent as fuel. So yeah, one log smelts 4 items. And then you have the tarred hearthgrove logs, which, let's see. We take a look. Yeah, basically 1 bucket of tar and up to 8 logs gets you 8 tarred. And then smelting that, you get 24 items for 1 log. So, I mean, not bad. It's not a big deal because you can just cook with the sticks. So the fact that, like, okay, yeah, you can, you know, if you tar the log, you can get, you can smelt 24 items per log. I mean, the sticks are just easier to use. So, in the interest of, you know, showing off doing it, showing off using it, I'll definitely do so. But it's not like, oh yeah, this is, you know, this is the greatest fuel source. This is the best way to do it. It's like, no, it's fine. It works. There, you know, again, nothing against it, but it's just honestly cheaper and easier to just use a ton of sticks. You can get sticks easy enough from chopping the bushes, from all of the excess, you know, weedwood logs you have. Yeah. You know, again, I'll show off the use of it because that's what we do. But nothing super, you know, oh my goodness, this is so amazing. I'm going to be switching to only using this. Go ahead and take out these crabs so they don't come by and pinch me. Let's see. Oh yeah, there's another Hearthgrove log right there. I might collect some more off camera. I just obviously wanted to show collecting the first one on camera because that's what we do. But yeah, as we've kind of been running around, the Hearthgrove logs, like I said, they're kind of few and far between comparatively, so it's not, I just don't think of, you know, chopping them down. If I need wood for a specific thing, like, oh, I'm going to build, you know, gigantic center base to make it look like a giant weedwood tree, I'm gonna go collect weedwood. If I am you know, grabbing a bunch of wood to create, or if I'm grabbing a bunch of wood to make a bunch of sticks to cook stuff, I'm just gonna go ahead and grab weedwood. So nothing against it, not that I don't like the palette or anything, it's just don't really think of it as a, you know, definitive building material or resource to use. But to each their own. I will certainly not knock someone else using that. You know, it's like, okay, I really enjoy using this material, so I'm going to use this material. Sure, go right ahead. Nothing wrong with that in the slightest. Let's take a look-see here. Home sweet center base. I got it a lot more lit up now, since we found out that we can use the climbing ropes as a way to hang the lanterns. You all saw me make lanterns in the past, so I just went ahead and made some more lanterns. Go ahead and swap my armor back on here, since we're not swimming at the moment. But yep, got a bunch of hanging lanterns all over the place. I got a few of the mud brick flower pots with candles, which is just a sulfur torch inside a mud brick flower pot. Still got the bulbcat mushrooms in the center here. I'll probably replace those with something else that, you know, either gives off light or just some other thing. This is still very much, this part is a work in progress. But at least we can see a lot easier in here now, which is good. That's what I was looking for. Let's go ahead and do that. I will dilute fully later. For right now, I'm just going to kind of toss all this stuff into this chest here for the moment. Let's put away my amphibious armor. But most importantly, I want to go ahead and get out the Valenite and see if that is enough Valenite to be able to make the pants. Let's take a look. Ores and organics, 5, 6, 7. Perfect. That is exactly enough Valenite to be able to make the Valenite leggings. And I have enough splinters to be able to make a singular piece of Valenite. So there we go. That is very much appreciated. So, taking a look at our armor, we have the Valenite helmets, we have the Valenite chest plate, we have the Valenite boots, and now we have the Valenite leggings. That is a full suit of Valenite armor. You can see the difference in the armor values just taking a look here. 2 armor, 3 armor and 2 armor toughness, 6, 8 and 2, 5, 6 and 2, 2, 3 and 2. So that is going to be a very big improvement on the amounts of armor that I have. Not only that, since we now have the Valenite armor, I'm going to go ahead. Do I want to put the gems on it now, or do I want to hold off? I have the gem on my sword. I'm going to hold off gemming the armor just for right now. There is an upper limit to the amount of gem power that you can get overall. I have the green gem on the amulet. Once I get more amulet slots, I'll be able to equip a blue and red as well. I also have a green gem on my sword. So I don't want to like overload the gem power to the point where I'm not gaining anything from it by putting green gems on all my armor. But for now, let's go ahead and equip ourselves in a full suit of Valenite armor. Oh, that is going to be very nice. So not only do we have more shirts worth of armor down at the bottom, each piece has more armor toughness, which means the armor itself is going to last a lot longer. We are good. Which also means we're going to be that much closer to being able to start taking on other dungeons. The White Fortress, we'll be able to take that on pretty soon. Not immediately, but pretty soon we'll be able to take that on. Let me go ahead and let's see, we got a bone axe here. I've just been using the bone tools beyond like the octane pick, just because it's, you know, it's plentiful. It chops fast enough. So let's go ahead and make a couple more bone axes for chopping down wood when I need to. Eventually, once I have enough Valenite, I'll just make a Valenite axe and call it done. But for now, go ahead and make another couple bone axes. That one away. That'll be our current use one. There we go. Okay. We got ourselves Valenite armor. Perfect. Do we want to... Let's see. A little sip of water. I think I would like to continue gecko testing for the next little bit. I know part of that journey is going to be skipped through, I think. Because I definitely recorded some of it, but I was chatting through a good part of it as well. So we'll see. Let me go ahead and grab out my book, my herb lore book, and let's see where we are at in our gecko testing, because we also have some more aspects to brew out. Cryptweed, edge leaf, edge moss, edge shroom. That is all stuff from the sludgeon, so we're not there yet. Let's see, marsh hibiscus, marsh mallow, and marsh marigold. Okay, those are going to be our next items. I think I already have, yep, there's some marsh marigold. Marsh hibiscus. And let's see. I actually don't have any marsh. I only have one piece of marshmallow. Okay, I will have to go out and go get some more of that. That's fine. But at the very least, we can go ahead and do the marsh hibiscus and marsh marigold. Marsh hibiscus. How many more of those do I have? Let's go ahead and get that much out. I have enough marigold. And And I don't have any more. Okay, so I know what I need to go and grab more of when I happen to do some more scouting around for organics. Let us grab the sickle. We'll go outside real quick, plant the things, harvest the things. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, number 4 will be in a second. Oh, look how little damage that did. That did like a heart, maybe a heart and a half worth of damage instead of 2 to 3 hearts worth. That's impressive. That is gonna be so helpful when fighting off a lot of things. Okay, go ahead and crush the marsh hibiscus. Having more armor is always a great thing. Okay, we're gonna do our gecko testing here in just a second. I want to go ahead and start some stuff brewing out while we are gecko testing, just because we know it takes some time. Let's see, what was the one that we have only a small amount of? That's right, the ground cardinal flower is Armanis, which is desire, but also something else we saw is Armanis as well. There we go. So what we'll do is we'll do 3 ground cardinal flowers and 3 ground golden clubs, which is 6 items total. Oh, clunk, sorry. And that will get us all of the Armanis that we need for right now. Our first brewing of Armanis. So we'll grab our life crystal. We shall plunk that down in the infuser. Grab our 3 buckets of water. 1, 2, and 3. Give it a stir because we can. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. It's all the same ingredient, so it's not going to create a potion. It's literally just going to make the aspect itself. Give it a moment to start bubbling, and then while this is brewing out in the alembics, we can continue gecko testing. Oh, I am very happy as I'm sitting here and stretching. I am very, very happy that we were able to get enough Valinite to make the last piece of armor. Because again, that's one of the things that was kind of halting our progression, was the simple fact that playing on hardcore mode shows that you definitively need Valinite armor to stand against a bunch of the harder enemies and not just die in 2 hits. Like the tar beast will still definitely kill us very quickly, most likely. But just taking on a Cragrock tower or taking on a white tower, you want to make sure you have Valinite. There we go. There's our purple smoke. Bloop. Oh, I need to take off my shield. Bloop, bloop, bloop. Infusion buckets. Perfect. Perfect. And perfect. Okay. That is going. While that is going, gecko testing time. So we have our marsh hibiscus. Like I said, I'll have to go out and get more marshmallow, but that's fine. Let's see. Chewing on its tail. Belly rumbling. And glowing slightly. Perfect. So placement here. Right after ground lichen is the marsh hibiscus. So that's got Ordonis, Byaris, and Selwyn. We got to skip one for the marsh marigold, but that's okay. Let's see, the geckos are recovered, so... Oh, just one thing on this. Oh, poor gecko. Drooling, sweating, and peeing around its cage. Poor gecko. It's got birginas, so water. Okay. Poor gecko. So skip one. We have the marsh marigold. Let me go ahead and grab some more bottles. That way we can get the aspect out of the Olympics when they're done. Next up, we have milkweed, mire coral, and moss. Okay. Let's see. Milkweed, mire coral. There's the mire coral. Let's see. There's moss. And we need to grind up some milkweed. I don't have any ground milkweed yet. That's okay. Grab the life crystal from here. Plunk it in the mortar. And we'll go ahead and crush up milkweed. While we're doing that, let's go ahead and move on to the mire coral since we have it. Let's try this. Oh, just one thing. Okay. Scales seem to become rock hard. It can barely move. So this has Fergallos, earth. Got it. Check its placement. So skip one after marigold, and we got the mire coral. There we go. Like that. We'll do milkweed once it's done being crushed. Next up is the moss. Oh, we lost another gecko. We're gonna need another gecko. Grab one, plunk it down, and continue on. Ground moss. Muscles twitching. Chewing on its tail. And belly rumbling. So this is corruption. It's Biaris, Selwyn, and Azuin. Okay. Again, those are pretty common aspects, all things considered. So right after the mire coral is the moss. There we go. Let's check on our milkweed. Let's go ahead and grab some milkweed. The life crystal is good. The pestle is good. Test our milkweed. Belly rumbling. Healthier gecko. It is bursting with energy. Okay. And there's our milkweed. Perfect. Milkweed has Selwyn and Yeowyn. Got it. So our milkweed goes right here. Next up. Oh, our aspects are done. Our Olympics are done. So let's see. One bottle, one bottle, one bottle. So we got 3.14 Armanis from all of that. Not bad. Go ahead and place the bottle down. We'll combine all this together just to save on bottles. There we go. Put that one down. Fill up that. And there we go. So we have a full bottle, 5.0 of Armanis, and then a partial bottle, 4.41 of Armanis. Nice. We have our full aspect bottles here. We have our partial aspect bottles over here. So full Armanis here, partial Armanis. I do need to resort this as I'm going through, but it's perfectly fine. Armanis. Done. Okay. Let's go ahead and grab the rest of our ground milkweed. Put that away. And let's see what we have for the next bit of testing. Ground nettle, ochre snail shell, and pale grass. Pale grass. That might be a sludgeon thing. I don't remember off the top of my head. It also... No, that's cave grass. We have nettles. Got that. Let's see. There's that. No, I don't have any pale grass, because nettle, then pale grass would be right there, I think. Oh yeah, and then we need the ochre snail gel. Or snails. We need some snail gel over here. Ochre snail shells. There we go. We've been collecting a lot because we've been killing a lot of snails, just because they're everywhere and they're a pretty okay food source. Okay, let's go ahead and crunch up the snail shells. Check our book. Yeah, nettle is next, so go ahead and do nettle. Let's see what we get. Muscles twitching. Belly rumbling. And healthier gecko. So, yep. Selowin, Azowin, and Yaowin. The standards. A lot of things have that. So this is going right after the moss. Like so. Let's see. Yeah, ochre snail. So then we need phragmites, pickerel weed, and pitcher plant. Phragmites, pickerel weed, and pitcher plants. There's the phragmites. Let's see. Pitcher plant. I don't have much pitcher plants. I need to go and get some more. Sundew. Yeah, I definitely need to go collect some more pitcher plants because I barely have any. I also need to start growing some, which I will probably do. I'll probably start growing stuff at the beginning of next episode. Go ahead and show that off. I was originally going to set that up for the beginning of today's episode, but when I found 1 heart of damage, let's go! 1 heart of damage from a white versus 3. So good. But yeah, so I was originally going to set up the growing area for there we go. I was originally going to set that up at the beginning of this episode, but then I found the Crag Rock Tower when I was out and about, and like, you know what? I'll just go ahead and go ochre snail shell, pitcher plant. I was like, okay, I'm just go ahead and use start off with the yeah, exactly, the Crag Rock Tower. Why not? And that got us all the Valenite we needed, so that is awesome. Okay. So let's see. Let's take a look. Ochre snail, phragmites, and pickerel weed. Oh, which we don't have. At least I don't think I have much pickerel weed. I'll check again. Okay. Snail shell. Oop. Rock hard scales. Oh, and the gecko seems light, and its breath sounds like a hollow wind. Interesting. So, wind and earth. Unugaz. Do I have anything with... Yes, I have plenty of wind for Unugaz. Perfect. Okay. So, yeah. That is that one done. Ochre snail shell. I keep wanting to say snail gel. I know it's not gel, but for some reason my mouth keeps wanting to go ochre snail gel. That's what it is. Phragmites and then pickerel weed. The pickerel weed is the kind of purple plants. Yeah, these. Which I don't have much of right now. It does not look like it. Okay, well, that will be another thing that I go and look for when I'm out and about. Good to know. Gives me a little bit of a list of things to search for when I go do my next trip out for hunting for organics. I do want to try and get like... Oh, hi, frog. Excuse me, poisonous frog. I'd really rather not bump into you, thank you. Frog! I said I don't want to bump into you, and then it bumps into me and poisons me. How dare, frog? Excuse me. It just had to make its statement, didn't it? Frog. Alright. Let's go ahead and crunch up the pickerel weeds. We'll grab the fragmites here. Go ahead and test those. Twitching uncontrollably. Belly rumbling. And glowing slightly. So that is Ordonis, Selawin, and Azuin. Cool. So let's put it where it belongs. So skipping one, going to the fragmites. Got it. Next up is the pickerel weed, which we got grinding up now. Go. Go ahead and get my life crystal out of here. Let's see what we got. Muscles twitching. Chewing on its tail. And healthier gecko. So Byaris, Azuin, and Yeowin. Got it. Okay. Another ingredient done. That's going to be right after the fragmites. There we go. Done. Okay. I do believe we're going to go ahead and call this an episode. We've got a lot more testing to do and a lot more brewing to do, but we're pretty much at the hour mark, give or take. Again, to the recent comments of, you know, why don't I edit a bit more or put out just a half an hour episode? I do like doing episodes that are roughly an hour long, give or take, because that should be roughly 3 in-game days. Gives me plenty of time to like get stuff set up ahead of time, show off a good amount of whatever I happen to be doing for the episode, and if anything happens within that 3-day cycle, I'm not simply recording for like 4, 5, 6, 7 Minecraft days in a row, and then trying to condense it all down, and then oops, I forgot that I did something on day 3 when I meant to do it on day 5, and so on. But we did another Cragrock Tower. We got ourselves now a full suit of Valenite armor, got some new materials, and did some more gecko testing. But until next time, thank you all so very much for watching. I hope you have a good day, and good game.